right. Thanks for joining the Q&A for this week. I am very glad to be able to show this slide of our group forming and growing over time. You can see we've got an extra member of this week, Tom, who's right in the middle there, and the rest of you that are in the group. You can see I'm slowly spreading your circles out. I'm hoping that one day there'll be too many of you to put on a slide. I'll have to have 2 or 3 slides to do this. But we're going to use this as we do every week to show the growth of the group. And I'm very proud of that. And I also wanted to talk about one thing that someone asked me about the body language part and rapport building. And I do have a course on body language and rapport building. And there's a specific course in there called email text body language. So I get a lot of questions about this. And that is because a lot of training out there don't talk about this particular aspect of body language. And it may be something that maybe I've discovered myself and very few people know about it. So I thought I would talk a little bit about it. Of course, you can watch the training. It's about, as you can see, 15 minutes, 34 seconds. It talks all about the aspects of the body language that you can read from a text of an email. So when you're reading an email, you can kind of treat it like as if you're picking up body language just from someone when you're talking and communicating with them. But there's one other aspect about it that I think some people don't understand is how your conscious reads an email and how your subconscious reads the email at the same time. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I mentioned this in my book, Comfort Control Selling, but I figured I would focus on today just to kind of get the idea across, because the simple idea might be able to help you in reading your own emails before you send them to someone, to imagine the kind of body language it might be actually, what it could be communicating to someone beyond just the text that is in the email itself. Okay, so how I do this is I have a phrase like this. I'll take a simple phrase like, "Do you want me to press the button now?" So imagine you have this phrase, and let's say someone's reading this in an email. Your conscious is going to read it for the grammar, because your conscious mind knows the grammar and knows the structure and knows the who it's for and what the action and the verb and the adverbs and all those things you learned in school, because that's what the conscious mind is supposed to do. That's what it's built to do. But the subconscious mind doesn't understand language. It just understands the feeling that you get when the conscious mind reads it. So imagine that you're like, when you have a gut feel about something, you're not quite sure why you feel a certain way, but you just have a gut feel about it. That's subconscious surfacing a feeling based on something that you're encountering or experiencing. So as you read an email, you got to imagine what that body language of the email, what that sentence like this could be, like how it could be portrayed in the subconscious mind. So the way I just demonstrate this is by emphasizing a word at a time, and then we'll talk about like what the feeling could be. So if I had a question, do you want me to press the button now? Imagine if I emphasize the word want. In this, let's say the conscious mind reads this, like the reader of your email says, when they read it, they say to themselves, "Do you want me to press the button now?" That's how they read it. That means something different than this. Do you want me to do you want me to, or do you not want me to? That's what it's like, the or not. So there's an implied, do you want me to do it or not do it? So that's the meaning of this sentence if the conscious mind was emphasizing this, uh, without them really, knowing that that's what's happening. Same thing happens if you emphasize you. Do you want me to press the button now? Meaning, do you, or does someone else want me? Does someone tell you to tell me to press the button? Like that's what it could mean if you read it this way consciously. And then if it me, let's keep going here. Do you want me to press a button? It could be, do you want me or do you want someone else to press the button? Like that's what it could potentially mean, right? So again, another one, press. Do you want me to press the button, or do you want me to just look at the button? So it could mean the action that it's wanting you to do. It could be maybe you're like, what are you really asking me? Are you want me to press it? Or you want me to ask me to do something else with the button? And then, of course, the word button. Do you want me to press the button now, or do you want me to flip the switch? Like it could be like that. If that's how the conscious is reading, the subconscious might get the feeling that it has something to do with the thing that you're performing the action on. And then, of course, now, do you want me to press the button now or later? So it could be implying a time that you should perform the action. So you could have all of these that's potentially someone could read into what you're typing. So whenever you type out an email, you have to kind of read it with this emphasize like this, and you have to imagine the other person. What kind of body language, what kind of message and meaning could it be, even just in one sentence like this? This is just an example, but it illustrates the point that it could be a number of things. And I think sometimes all of us don't really focus on this that much, and we just assume that the other person reading is going to read it the way that we wrote it. They're going to understand the meaning based on how we wrote it. So I think understanding that this dynamic could be happening between the conscious mind reading it and the subconscious getting a feeling based on how it's being read, it could imply other things, that meanings that they could be getting instead of the one that you intended. So if you want to control comfort and help someone to feel comfortable, you need to understand these simple principles like this, and then read your emails with these different emphasis, and maybe go ahead and emphasize one of the words on purpose to force the meaning that you want. So if you are saying it like for like this one, like, do you want me to press the button out? Then emphasize, like capitalize it, like I did here, and emphasize it, underline it. It's okay. Emails, that's why they have formatting in emails, so you can do things like this, and then that way you can make sure your message is clear and it's understood by the other person. So I just wanted to share this today, and make that point, because I think some people don't quite get that as much. So that's all I really had today. All right, that's all I have. I'm going to stop sharing, and we'll see who has questions, if anyone on the call has questions. And I don't see any in there yet, and it's okay if you don't, but okay, someone's saying, I think it's a good idea since it would allow me to support you without any kind of commitment. That's actually a very good point. And so, yes, we will definitely take that into consideration. So, thank you for making that comment and sharing that. Anybody else? Any other questions from anyone else in the group today in the call? Otherwise, we'll make it short. Let's see. All right, very good. All right, well, I don't see any other questions. So, as usual, I will end the call and let you all get on the rest of your day. If you're watching this recording later, please consider joining if you're not part of the group. And if you are part of the group, then please feel free to post any questions you have in the community tab, and let me know what you think, or what we maybe I can answer for you next week when we do the call. And also, I am continuing to develop the structure for some more focused training, as well as maybe some additional calls throughout the week that we can have to maybe talk back and forth more than just this QA one that I'm doing now. So that will be coming soon, and so look for those announcements as I start to build those out and start to schedule those out. But until then, I wish you all the best rest of your day, and happy selling. Thanks. Bye.